Today we're going to take a look at the RockyMounts Hitch Extender LS with the hitch pin and lock for 2-inch hitches. Now this part will extend your trailer hitch receiver opening without increasing the vibration in the receiver tube. This is an 8-inch adapter extension that has a built-in 3-axis anti-wobble system here to provide maximum anti-rattle protection. The adapter will extend your trailer hitch receiver opening 8 inches away from the rear of your vehicle, and that 8 inches is measured from the center of this hitch pin hole to the center of that hitch pin hole. So this is ideal for vehicles with spare tires, recessed hitches, van doors, maybe tailgates. You basically mount your bike rack without removing your spare or create extra clearance for your trailer. Right here, the locking hitch pin and anti-wobble bolt will secure this extension to your vehicle. Basically what you'll do is tighten this down, tighten the pin down to engage this 3-axis anti-wobble system inside your shank. And just to show you how that works, what you'll do is slide this into your shank, line your hitch pin holes up, and what will happen, let me go ahead and take the lock off. Remove the lock, and when you tighten this down, it'll pull they're inside there, there's a little block that's threaded, and when you tighten this down, it pulls that block over, and as it pulls it over, it'll push this ball bearing up, so it'll end up holding it in 1, 2, 3 spots. The key though is you want to make sure when you install this bolt, you don't want to put it in through the driver's side. When you install this in your hitch, if you go through the driver's side, it'll still thread in, but it won't activate this ball bearing. So the key is make sure you take this bolt and insert it from the passenger side and then tighten that down. And you'll see as I tighten that down, what's happening is it's pulling that block, that threaded block over and pushing up on that ball bearing. And you'll notice as I tighten this down, you can see it's getting tight, so now it's pushed that ball bearing up, so you end up having 1, 2, 3 points of connection to keep it from wobbling. And then when it's done tight, you just slip your lock on and you're ready to go. At the end of this video, I'm going to install this into a trailer hitch receiver just to show you how it'll work and keep it from rattling. This is a steel shank, has a nice black powder coat finish, very durable and rust resistant. Now this part does include everything laid out here on the table. Let me unscrew this. So it does include the hitch extender itself, the hitch pin and the hitch lock, the 2 keys to unlock it, and this wrench which will be used to tighten that bolt down when you get it in your hitch receiver. Specs on this again, it's designed to fit 2-inch by 2-inch trailer hitch receiver openings. When it extends out, it'll give you a 2-inch by 2-inch hitch receiver size. Now weight capacity on this, when using this extension, it will reduce your hitch's overall capacity by 50%. So when I give you the maximum weight capacity, you want to use the lower of these totals. The maximum gross trailer weight, you can either use 3,500 pounds or 50% of your hitch's capacity. Again, always go by the lower of those two. And the maximum tongue weight will be 350 pounds or 50% of the tongue weight that's on the hitch. Again, always use the lower of those two. Overall length on this, from one end to the other end, is right at 13 inches long. Distance from the center of the hitch pin hole to the center of this hitch pin hole, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be right at 8 inches. The distance from the center of the hitch pin hole to the end of the shank right here, it's going to be right at 2.5 inches. And then the distance from the center of this hitch pin hole to the weld right here, the receiver tube, it's going to be right at 4 inches. One thing I do want to mention, you do want to make sure before you install this or purchase it, you want to check the fitment. On the hitch on your car, you want to make sure the distance you measure from the center of the hitch pin hole to the face of the receiver must be at least 1.5 inches. And the shank on your bike rack that you're going to use, you want to make sure the distance from the center of the hitch pin hole to the end of the shank must not exceed 3 inches. And again, all these are talked about in the instructions that are included. So again, what I'm going to do now is we're going to get a 2-inch by 2-inch hitch receiver. Happen to have one right here. Here's your 2-inch by 2-inch. Here's your hitch pin holes. So again, what you want to do is go ahead and slide this in. And again, the ball will be up at the top. And when you slide this in, just make sure your hitch pin holes line up. There you go. And again, make sure this is installed on the passenger side. So as you tighten that down, and once it starts snugging up, then you can take your wrench, put it on there, and just go ahead and tighten it even more. I'm not going to go real tight, but I'll just go a little bit and you'll still see how it's keep it from wobbling. Snug it up. Of course, when you install this, you'll probably want to tighten it pretty good. But I just have it snugged up, and you can see with the there's no movement at all in the extension. And then when that's all done, on the other end right here, all you have to do, go ahead and put your cover. The lock has a nice rubber cover on it to protect this lock cylinder. All you have to do, just push it right on and it's locked. Nobody's going to be able to, even if they unscrew that, they won't be able to get it off because of that. And then to remove it, just take the cover off, get your key, turn it a little bit, and it'll pop right off. Simple as that. And then unscrew it, and you can slide your extension out. But that should do it for the review on the RockyMounts Hitch Extender LS with the hitch pin and lock for 2-inch hitches.